1184, a city calm, a time unsure. They came in robes with seals and names to settle truths and claim their claim. From Swabia's heights to the Thuringian wood, the nobles rode where judgment stood, with parchment pride and household steel to sign, to speak, to strike a deal. The bells had rung, the king had called, a Reich divided must not fall. Not sword nor siege would split this day, but law and rank would hold the fray. The hall was packed from wall to door with voices none would dare ignore. Each coat of arms, each polished boot held weight in gold and old dispute.
This was the hour they stood as one to bind the cracks that war begun. This was the hour to speak with might and seal the realm in court, not fight.
The king looked down with measured grace, a future right upon his face. He spoke of peace, of rightful claim, of titles bound to crown and name. Disputes were laid, the cases long, of borders blurred, and notes gone wrong, but none drew blade and none drew breath to threaten war or whisper death. A bishop spoke of lands once lost, a count recalled what silence cost, and every phrase, though veiled and smooth, carried a truth too sharp to sue. Still all believed in orders rise, that power could be civilized, and so they sat and so they spoke until the floor beneath them broke. The timber snapped, no time to shout. The chosen fella's lights went out. Silken armor, blood and waste, all vanished in a foul embrace. The king remained on stone above, but screams below replaced the dove. 60 crushed in shit and grime, a cord erased in filth and time. Some survived, pale soaked in dread, but most were gone, declared as dead. No blade, no plot, no foreign strife, just rotten weight that took their lives. The hall was sealed, the bells went still. The Reich had choked on its own will. What war had spared, the floor had claimed, and history found no one to blame. Scrubbed the stone, they burned the robes, but could not cleanse what fate exposed. A power built on names and pride, now whispered through what death implied. Pen air sung, silence spread, justice spoke, power bled, ink and blood, rank and dust, nothing pure, nothing just.
This was the hour the empire cracked, not by force but by impact. This was the hour they faced the weight of what they built. Too late.
They gathered dressed in law and creed to heal the land, to stem its bleed. But underfoot a curse grew strong, the reckoning had waited long. They came to speak, to guide the crown they left in silence, dragged back down, and all the ink and gold they bore was flushed beneath the abbey floor. No traitor struck, no rebels came, just time and shit and structural shame. The weight of power, bull divine, collapsed into the latrine spine. History remembers kings and wars, but sometimes just collapsing floors.